Alright, what's up everyone? Moldylocks here, doing a bit of a different video. I want to talk about motorcycle stuff today, specifically the Corbin Gunfighter saddle for the Honda Rebel 1100. I've got the 2022 DCT, but I'm pretty sure the seat's the same for all the years. Well, I just wanted to do a quick video on this because, I couldn't really find a ton of info about it, and so I figured I would, give you my history and experience with this, and then that way you guys can be more informed. So taking a look at the seat, the lines of this fit the bike really nicely. I really like the look. You can see the color I went with. I think they call that the Smoke Bomber Gray, and then the stitching, as well as whatever they call this thing, I forget, and the Corbin logo on the far side somewhere. There it is, all red. I like the red. I mean, do whatever you like, but I like the red. Really pretty comfortable. I've only ridden this for about 15 miles so far, so I'm going to call this a first impression, not really a review. But really happy with it so far. The pad on the back here, one thing you'll notice about this bike is that with a stock seat, you feel like you're going to slide right off the back of it. It almost feels like a flat seat, and that really helps a lot with making sure you actually feel like you're locked into the bike. Really, really nice. The other thing to point out is, and it's kind of hard to see this on camera, but there's actually a bit of a detent right here. These are nice and plush, and then this one's like flattened out, and there's a bit of a hole here. So I requested that. I have some tailbone issues, and so I asked Corbin if they could go in and relieve that area, and they say they do that all the time. So if you have a tailbone issue, consider doing that. It really helped me. I mean, even on the short ride, 15 miles, just with that short of a trip, this thing is in a completely different league than the standard Honda seat. So way more comfortable. I really like that aspect of it. It is a firm seat, but I'm told that it breaks in over about 2,000 miles and gets softer. I don't mind it as the firmness that it's at. It's fine. A little softer would be nice, but honestly, even with that short ride, I already feel way better. Now, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. A couple things to talk about. Number one, there is absolutely no paperwork in the box. They don't give you any information about how you're supposed to install this. So you kind of just have to figure it out. Granted, it's not very hard, but you will need to have access to this little screw right here. And for me, I had a luggage rack back here, the one that sometimes comes with the bike, so I just reused the screw. But you will need access to that. And then the front end connects to the bike the same way the standard seat does. So you put your key in there and you push it in and turn it to the right. It's supposed to let the seat come off, and then that's how you put this on here. Installation wasn't too hard. Everything seemed to fit just fine. It's very sturdy on there. I mean, this thing is it's rock solid. It's fine. However, I will say that I was a little irritated because I was on the phone with Corbin and I didn't know how the seat functioned in terms of, being able to move it. So I asked them, hey, am I still going to have access to the storage underneath the seat? Because, you lift the seat up. And they said, oh, absolutely. If you can do it with your stock seat, you can do it with this one. And nope, that's a big fat lie. Getting back in there is really difficult. You have to have the Allen key to take this screw out in order to remove the seat at all. So there's no way to get in there unless you have the Allen key, which if you want to have your Allen key in your toolkit, you normally keep a toolkit in the pocket under the seat. So kind of a catch-22 there. You're going to have to carry that with you, I guess, if you ever want to get in there. But otherwise, I'm really liking it so far. I think that it looks great. I think it's really comfortable so far. And I'm excited to put some more miles on it. So I just thought I'd let everyone know how this went. And if you're thinking about getting a seat like this, I would say go for it unless you really care about that under-seat storage. If that's a big deal to you, then it's kind of a deal breaker not being able to just pop the seat off at any time. I tried popping it off, even with it still connected, and it just won't even unlatch because there's so much tension in there in the way that it's built. So that just doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're not requiring that storage under the seat, then this seat's a winner. I really like it. It's comfortable. I think it's good looking, and you just have to decide what colors you want. I really like the Smoke Bomber Gray. I decided to go with that because I thought it would wear in nicely. As it gets worn, it wouldn't discolor so bad, or if it did, it would, just kind of go with the same style that it has already. It's already kind of a worn looking leather, so I thought it would look really nice as it wears in. Out in the sun, it's like a really easy to spot difference in color, in the shade, it actually looks almost perfectly black. So sunlight does have a factor there. But I like it, and that's what's important. So anyways, if you guys thought this was interesting or helpful, make sure to give a thumbs up and comment if you like, and we'll think about doing some more motorcycle videos.